said is Grace Nganga. Just as I take you through the life and times of Raila Odinga, a man who we understand died while he was undergoing a treatment in India. He was born in January 1945. Of course, he's passed on at the age of 80 and was Kenya's politician who served as Prime Minister of Kenya from the year 2008 to 2013. He was also one of the longest serving members of parliament, that is the member of parliament of Langata, from the year 1992 to 2013, and has been serving as the opposition leader of Kenya since 2013. He is also a man who will be remembered as one who tried his five stabs of presidency here in Kenya, his last stab being in 2022 under the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition, where he lost to President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza government. He's also a man whose last bid was the AU chairmanship position, where he lost to Djibouti's foreign Prime Minister Mohamed Yusuf. After that, he also came and joined the Kenya Kwanza government. He's a man of many, was known as a man of peace, as a man who brought Kenyans together. Therefore, he put the interest of Kenyans first for the longest time, from instances where we saw that he was forced to have a handshake with various presidents just to ensure that there is peace and stability in the country. As I said, a somber mood, a dark moment for Kenya as a political enigma. Raila Amolo Odinga passes on. Quite an unfortunate day here in the country. As I said, what we understand is that he was receiving treatment in India, where he passed away. Our reporters are also going to be on the ground. Daniel Kariuki, Joy Frekiri will be telling us more as the day unfolds. And as I said earlier, I will not be alone. Ashley Mazuri, Jesse Rogers, Agnes Gakunga will be joining us, and also some analysts, as we try and give you the life and times of Raila Amolo Odinga, who sadly passed on. We are yet to get full details of that, but just bringing you up to speed is that the man by many who is known as Jakom, Tinga, Baba, Awambo the Fifth has sadly passed away. As I said, we are still waiting to get more information from that, but here from the Standard Media Fraternity, as I said, we stand with the people. He is a man who is known to sacrifice his own well-being for the sake of Kenyans. He is a man who, for many, say he stood by the people. He's had to sacrifice. He had to sacrifice a lot for the people. He's a liberator. From the historians who can tell us he's a liberator. He's fought for the country, and he's also been leading the longest-serving party, that is ODM party, which was standing 20 years, which was formed way back during the referendum of the yes or no, where he was leading the yes campaign, the no campaign. And what we understand is that he passed on while receiving a treatment. When he was receiving a treatment in India. But now we just want to run you through a very short clip of this man, Raila Odinga, that will be airing on a screen now. As we wait for that that particular piece, I understand it's ready. Okay.
At 77 years, Raila Amolo Odinga robustly stands tall among the pack of those seeking to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta, hoping to bag the prize christened the Fifth. For years now, he has straddled the country's political scene like a colossus, carrying with him different tags, from a champion for reforms, a multi-party hero, a social democrat, and to some, a perennial presidential poll contestant, given that he will be making his fifth stab at the presidency. Odinga is known for his abrasive brand of politics that has earned him the moniker Tinga, meaning the bulldozer, a daring man who has never shied away from stretching the establishment to the limit. The climax being his January 30th, 2018 oathing, when he was defiantly sworn in as the people's president in broad daylight at Uhuru Park grounds, defying all warnings from government.
I, Raila Amolo Odinga.
His daring brush with the law saw him land a 6-year detention without trial after he was implicated in the 1982 failed coup in Kenya. Upon his release, the agitation for multi-party politics had reached political boiling point that saw veteran politicians detained. Odinga was arrested twice, forcing him to seek refuge in Norway in the year 1991. In 1992, he bounced back as doors for multi-party politics were flung wide open. He was elected Member of Parliament for Lang'ata on a Ford Kenya ticket, with his father, the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, also making a comeback as MP for Bondo that saw a father and son sharing opposition benches in the 7th Parliament, albeit briefly. Odinga Sr. died 2 years later in January 1994, and his eldest son, Dr. Oburu Oginga, was elected to join the younger brother Raila in Parliament. The Azimio la Umoja Coalition presidential nominee, who is Kenya's second Prime Minister, was born on 7th January 1945 and attended Maranda High School, finishing in 1962. He then proceeded to Germany's Technical University of Magdeburg between 1965 and 1970, graduating as a mechanical engineer, and would briefly teach at the University of Nairobi before quitting in 1974 for greener pastures at the Kenya Bureau of Standards, where he attained the position of Deputy Director in 1978. Raila, who says he represents Force for Change, is married to Ida Betty, with whom they have 4 children, the late Fidel Castro Odinga, Rosemary, Raila Odinga Jr., and Winnie Mandela Odinga.
Right, that was a brief short memoir of the late Raila Amolo Odinga, who we understand passed